So, how much do you have to pay to become a British citizen? Today, I will give you some idea on how much. Welcome to our channel. My name is Charlene and here I talk about British citizenship. If you are an immigrant here in the UK like me, you know that you will never ever get your British citizen that easy and quick and cheap. And if you're planning to be an immigrant here in the UK, this will give you an idea on how much money you have to prepare and what you are getting yourself into. And if you are a British citizen, I hope that this opens up your eyes a little bit on what we have to go through to be able to be at least become a permanent resident here in the UK. To put this in the context, my kids were born British here in the UK. And when I applied for their passport back in 2018, I had to pay for like £72 for each passport. To local people here, £72 might sound pricey for a passport, and I do agree. But please wait until you find out how much I had to pay for my British passport. I entered the UK through a Tier 4 student visa back in 2010. I made my application outside the UK and the fee was around £220 that time, plus the biometric application, which was £19.20. That student visa was valid for 1 year because it only covered the timeline I will need to complete my degree, which was of course 1 year. I successfully got my degree after 1 year, and I used this as a stepping stone to apply for my post-study work visa back in 2011. During that time, PSW visa was worth £594, plus of course a biometric application of £19.20. PSW visa was valid for 2 years. It meant that I had to find a job within that 2 years with an employer who is willing to sponsor me as soon as my PSW visa expires. This meant that I was planning to go through the Tier 2 General Work Visa route. And so I applied on all the UK job sites, had some interviews, and finally landed a job with an employer who is on the list of employers that could sponsor a skilled worker like me. So far, how much have I spent from student visa to the work visa? It was £846.40 so far. And when I was in the middle of my work visa, I got married. And so this opened another option for me. I have two options now. First, whether I would like to go with the original plan, which is to go to the Tier 2 General Visa, or the other one is through a spouse visa. And in the end, I chose to go through the spouse visa route. I had to go through the 5-year route visa, which meant that I have to have this visa for 5 years. But it didn't mean that this only calls for one visa. The UKBA split this into 2 visas, which meant 2 sets of applications, 2 sets of fees, each valid for 2.5 years. I applied for my first spouse visa back in 2013. I chose the premium appointment because I would like to get the result on the same day. So the cost was £953. During that time, I wasn't very confident in applying for spouse visa, so I paid for an immigration service. I chose the cheapest package, which includes them giving me the list of the documents required to be submitted, them checking the documents that I will be submitting, and also some minor advice for any questions that I have. And also, let us not forget the biometric application, which was £19.20 that time. So in total, for my spouse visa, I have spent £1,422.20, and this visa was valid for 2.5 years. So far, our grand total is £2,268.60. So after 2.5 years, it was then time for my spouse visa extension. This was back in 2016. This time I did not use a solicitor because I only copied what I have done on my first application. So I thought it saved me £450. But no, the government implemented a new expense, which was the IHS, or the Immigration Health Surcharge. At first I was wondering what this was for, knowing that I am paying the NHS through my tax. But what choice do we have? We have to pay for it. So I paid £500 for my IHS. £500 because it was £200 for each year. And so for 2.5 years, it is equivalent to £500. The visa fee was $1,131 if you choose to do the premium appointment. And let us not forget the biometric application, which was £19.20. So in total, I spent £1,650.20 for my spouse visa extension. So far, our grand total is £3,918.80. After 2.5 years, I was then ready to apply for the penultimate indefinite leave to remain, or ILR. ILR submission was hard work and not to mention very expensive. It was £2,389. And because I want to get the results on the same day, I paid for a premium appointment, which was £610. The biometric application was £19.20. And part of the ILR application is to pass the Life into UK test, which was £50. And good news, you know what? You don't have to pay the IHS this time around. So in total, I paid £3,068.20 for my ILR. This was in October 2018. And so our grand total so far is £6,987. So when I got my ILR, I was really happy, and I was a bit relieved because yes, finally I am here in the UK permanently, and I can work here, I can stay with my family. And I was even thinking, should I even bother to apply for British citizenship? But at some point, me and my husband decided that I should apply for citizenship. Did you know that if you applied for ILR as a spouse of a British citizen, as soon as you got your ILR, you can immediately apply for British citizenship even the next day? You didn't have to wait for 12 months to apply for British citizenship. However, during that time, I said to myself, nope, I'll stop for this at the moment. I will use my savings for some other things other than visa. So I put it off a little bit. I didn't apply for my citizenship right away. So after 1.5 years of thinking and deciding, I applied for my British citizenship back in March 2020. The fee was £1,330 plus the biometric application, which was £19.20. And during that time, I couldn't find any free appointments at UK VCAS, so I paid £69.99 for a standard appointment. Luckily, I didn't have to pay for my citizenship ceremony because I think it's already part of the British citizenship fee. So in total, I paid £1,419.19 for my British citizenship application. Our grand total so far is £8,406.19. When I finally got my naturalization certificate, I immediately applied for my British passport, you know, just to get it out of the way, get it all done at the same time. And you know how much I paid for my passport? It was £80.50. £75 for the passport and extra £5.50 for post. It wasn't too bad this time, wasn't it? £80.50. And so we got there in the end. I am now a British citizen. And now I would like to you the final grand total of how much I have spent to get my British passport from day one. The grand total is £8,486 and 69 pence. To give you some perspective, this is equivalent to 11,516 US dollars. And also in Philippine peso, it is 554,454 Philippine pesos. It was a lot of money for immigration, isn't it? I know. And I did not include here the amount that I needed to get into a university here in the UK, which was around £10,000 that time. But for now, if someone asks me, this is the amount that I will tell them. It is around £8,500. I know it was a lot of money spent for immigration. I really do, and I agree it is too much. I could go and complain to the government, question them, why do you keep increasing the fee every year? It's making it hard for us immigrants to pay for this. Or I could just say, I'll quit, I'll go back to my home country. But no, I kept calm and I carried on. I saved money for every visa that I have to apply for. I always look forward to the day when I will be visa free. And here I am. I'm finally at the end of the journey and I am finally a British citizen, and it was all worth it. It was worth it because now I am here enjoying the fruits of my labor with my family. Those money that I spent paying for all those visa, I could earn them all back if I continue to persevere, to work hard, and to be a good citizen of this country. There might be other countries out there where I could have applied, but why I chose the UK, I will never know. Maybe someday I could share with you the list of the reasons why I love living here in the UK. Anyway, I hope that you get something useful from this video, and I hope that this has given you an idea on how much is British citizenship. The cost will just continue to increase as the years go by, but I hope that you don't give up on your dreams and just look forward to the day that you were hoping for. All the best on your application, and thank you for watching.